Excellent day to you all from everywhere you're listening to me from. This is Dr. Adekunle Badmus, United Nations Ambassador for Quality and Affordable Education in the whole of Africa. I call it doubles as UN diplomat on government bilateral trade in the whole of Africa. I'm the ambassador to National Youth Council of Nigeria in the Republic of Turkey, formerly called Turkey. And I'm the global president of the Global Clusters Worldwide. I'm so super excited today that we have another revolutionary meeting. The nation building meeting has been transforming lives. It's a unique training. It's a unique thing to learn from people's story. You hear this side of the story. It's as a way that it jumpstarts you and all of that. We are saying instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, let's engage in the mind surgery revolution. Instead of putting our energy in trying to create chaos in our community, instead of putting our energy in trying to say government must come down, this one must go there, that one must go there. No, let us all come together. Let us engage in critical thinking, creative thinking, innovative thinking, thinking out of the box, developing great memory, flexibility, speed, focus. Let's engage a meaningful Nigerian or an African. Let them be the mind surgeon of the day. Today, I'm super excited about the surgeon of the day. Is my PA, is the 001 review cluster of the global clusters. He's been doing great things, and he's going to share his own story, how the childhood was like, teenagehood, youthhood, now becoming an adult, coming in contact with the global clusters. How was the journey? And we're going to be enjoying it. I know we're going to enjoy it because he's equally an information and knowledge person, personified. Let me put it like that. So, and before then, let's have the intro of the mind surgery revolution. The intro.
Imagine a world where your mind is your greatest ally. Welcome to the Mind Surgery Revolution by the Global Clusters. This movement is all about transforming your inner world, building mental resilience, cultivating mindfulness, and overcoming the barriers within. At Global Clusters, we believe in the power of introspection and self-awareness to heal, elevate, and empower. Through emotional intelligence and cognitive growth, we can unlock our full potential and face life's challenges with clarity and strength. Think about it. Leaders today are overwhelmed by expanding expectations and digital distractions. But by prioritizing core values and focusing on what truly drives us, we can navigate this complex world with ease. The history of neurosurgery, with pioneers like Harvey Cushing, shows us the incredible advancements in understanding our brains. Similarly, the mind surgery revolution invites you to revolutionize your mindset, just as brain surgery has revolutionized treatment. Even cutting-edge brain-computer interfaces are showing us the limitless potential of the brain's plasticity. But it's not just about technology. Holistic health approaches, like those from Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, emphasize the crucial connection between mind and body. Transform your mind, and you'll transform your world. Be part of the mind surgery revolution by joining us at theglobalclusters.org. Stay tuned for updates, events, and tools to elevate your mental resilience and well-being. Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to grow with us.
Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to grow with us. It's mind surgery revolution of the global clusters. A lot of people's mind, it looks so good. When you see them, their skin is glittering and everything, but their mind is a being, but they don't know that they need to feed it with the right content. And the mind is actually kwashiorkor. And that is why we've identified that, and we believe it's actually a developed mindset that constitutes a developed nation. And that is why the global clusters have made it a mandate to gather and engage in the mind surgery revolution every Monday 9 to 10. And great shout out to the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution of the Global Cluster in the person of Ambassador Dr. Michelle Uko. I think she's the young, okay, there's somebody that is a bit older than me, but she's one of our youngest person in the global cluster. You understand? So, not to bug you with much rhetorics, I want to bring forth the surgeon of the day in the person of Closterian Oluwaseyi Odushagun. So please take us into the depth of the surgery today. So let's have him on the spotlight so that we can dive into it immediately. And let's make sure that we share this to our friends and family. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so very much, sir, the global president. Really appreciate. And a very big shout out to the 001 My Surgery, Ambassador Dr. Michel Uko. Thanks for spotlighting the ambassador in his struggling times and encouraging him to mentor others also. Uh, Thank you so very much, the global president, for giving me the opportunity to share my story. This will be the first of its kind. I've never had this kind of opportunity to do this, and I'm grateful this is happening. And I definitely hope that what I'm going to share will go a long way to help someone, just one person, to see that they can discover themselves and be the best of themselves. I greet the First Lady, Chief Mrs. Mutua Badmos. I greet you, Ma. Thank you so very much. I greet everyone on the call, everyone viewing on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you so very much. I am Oluwaseyi Olasukomi Odusagun, and I am born in a very ghetto-like area in in Badagry called Tokbo. If you know, Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, ASCON, is around there. Tokbo, that's where I was born. But my parent, my dad is from Ekpe in Lagos State, Buka to be precise. And although he migrated, I was to be aware of Topo, where I was being born in 1986, October 28th. You know, I was born in a very large family. You know, my dad, based on the information that I got from him, he was the only surviving child, surviving son in the midst of 11. That's the information we got from him. So, and he was able to have, I think, one sister. So, he was the one carrying the family name. So, with that in mind, his own mom, encouraged him to procreate, to have more children. So, fortunately, I become the number seventh child of 14 children, you know, and that was a very big experience for me, because I was born in a family whereby you have six uh, elder siblings, and you have other seven younger siblings. That's opened my mind to a lot of experience. I was tutored. I have a lot of mentors. I have a lot of people to look up to while I was growing. I know living in that kind of large family. My elder brothers and sisters. We have four older siblings, which are male, and female, which are older, also two females. So everybody will always come with their friends to the family. The home is always filled up with friends and everyone. So you have the opportunity to learn, and my dad, since he's kind of he's a businessman, he was a businessman. and doing is into pools betting promoter, start, and my mom is an educationist. She retired as a director in education, so that's exposed me, and I'm very close to my mom. My mom was a teacher, and ended up retiring in the office. So I have a very wide line of experience, learning from my dad as a businessman, and from my mom as an educator. And because my dad is a man of large family, I'm close to my mom, and it gave me the opportunity to mix with several kind of people. Yes, that it helped me to see um and to be able to live among people, to relate well with people. Since you have six uh elder siblings, you learn how to behave. You are corrected by so many adults, and you learn from their own so from their mistakes, what they are being punished for by our dad, or by uncles, that are extended. You learn from it. So when it now came to my own time, I've gathered all those experiences, how to behave, how to relate with elders. So now the battering, now me as a family is now becoming larger. So now I now become a kind of leader to the ones behind me. So as time goes on, my mom, she, because of the work, she's a civil servant then, she had to get transferred. She was to get transferred from our immediate environment, then from Topo to the main town. So it was just then at the course of that, my younger brother has to go with my mom, because we are three. We are three for my own mom. I, the eldest, I'm the first for my mom, and seventh for my dad. I have two younger siblings, a male and a female. So when the time comes for my mom to get transferred, to the main town, I was now the only one in the home, in the midst of my other siblings. And it was kind of, we're growing, and it's kind of very challenging. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot in that period. I'm talking about 93, 94 now. And it's kind of challenging. Sometimes I'll feel lonely, alone. There's no cell phone there whereby I can reach my mom. Whenever my mom came over to visit, uh, I would just feel like, wow, is she leaving me, and just go like that? And I have to just stay behind, because dad will not let me follow mom. You understand? But my younger brother was allowed to go with mom, and I was just there. The experience was, I was just myself. But I believe that with the right people around you, you wouldn't feel lonely when you have the right mentorship, when you have the right guidance. It guided me never to fall into the hands of wrong friends, because at that tender age, because mom has been transferred and dad is a very busy person, I'm always alone. But because I have my elder brother around, it helps me to have that guidance and mentorship, and they guided me in my education and the likes. So fast forward, as I move out of primary school, and I have to just have to meet with mom. That's around 1995. I have to join my mom, 1995. And since we weren't even living in our own apartment then, we had to live with my mom's elder sister. You understand? So that's my aunt. So we had to discuss there, you know, doing, we're like almost seven, in a rented apartment. It's kind of very challenging, but we just have to continue to survive in that state. And you know, from that period, I got to be close to my mom, and I got fascinated with the way she handled the education. She was a primary school teacher then, and every time she would come around, writing lesson notes, reading. That helps my literacy. so fast because I was able to see her right. I was able to pick some of her books I will be reading. That's really helps my literacy a long way. And fast forward to 1997, when I got into JSS one. You know, my JSS one was in Badagry, also State High School, Ibereko. So one of the things about my parent, that really fascinates me. My dad wasn't that educated, but he really fancy education, you know, because he was able to have friends that are educated around him, and he knows the value of education. And he promised that, irrespective of the numbers of his children, they are gonna get educated. And I could see that in him. He's ready to support every of his child, to through education. And one of the first gifts that my dad would give me, that I really appreciate first, was an Oxford dictionary. Then, that really helps me, to build my vocabulary, and help me at the age of 13, 13, 14. I will look up words, in a dictionary. And I really appreciate the fact that dad took education seriously, and is ready to support. And is something that really, really encourages me, and makes me also value education. And going forward, when I got to, there was this challenge, since you are living with people, you are not free. You have to do most of the chores. So it affected my academics in a way. Focusing on assignments. You go to school, thinking of the house chores. So it's affected in some ways, until my dad was able to get us an accommodation in 2000, year 2000. And I was now catching up in my academics, gradually. And while I was in school, while in secondary school, then I used to have challenge of mathematics, but I never repeated a class. I was lucky enough never to repeat a class, but my numeracy, my mathematics was a big challenge for me. And I struggle with maths. That's basically because I, so much as chores, since we were living in, with my aunts, and a lot of chores to be done. I have to do most of those chores. And I don't complain, but I just continue to push. And while we were now got our own apartment, is that it gave me some time to focus on academics. And whenever dad will come around to visit, then will complain that the chores are much, that we want to live here. Daddy will just relax, just endure. We'll continue, until dad now got an apartment for us. So that's gave me an opportunity to stay focused in my academics. So going forward, uh, like I said, I used to struggle with mathematics so much that, in fact, I used to be around 50, around 50%. And it's a big challenge for me. But I struggled never to repeat a class. Is that so? To SS1, from my junior school to SS1 to senior school, is a big challenge. But then at that SS1 period, we were able to settle in our own apartment. So then when we now got promoted to SX2, we have this long vac that we have now. So I and my siblings now, okay, we have moved to our own small apartments also in Badagry. And we now have this summer lesson, stand. And were being through the lessons, through the tutor, I will now realize that mathematics is not that very hard. So I everything that we got to do in SS2 was what we're being taught in the summer. So those of us that have been promoted. So when I now resume SS2, I realized that wow, I became to do well. All the assignments, all the lessons we've done in the summer, they were the same that were being repeated in the school. So when we got promoted, so I now realized that oh, mathematics is easy, and everyone now got amazed at why how did I become this change? I now have to go back to all the mathematics question that used to give me challenge. Then I went back to them. I had to resolve, oh, this how you do it, this how you do it, this how you do it. So I now became very, very pro in mathematics then. And SS2, I now became someone that have to be teaching my own friends, because I had time, I had time to now stay focused on my now academics. I can go over assignments over and again. I can do because now there's less chores. Nobody is now giving me extra chores. You understand? So I was focused. I now became focused on my academics. So SS2, SS3, I was like I was leading in those especially mathematics. So uh going forward, I finished my senior secondary by 2003, and with all hopes and lights, I believe that oh, I'm gonna go to the university in a couple of years because the first jam that I did, I scored like 256. Then that PPT, just paper and pencil, not the CBT that we're having now, and I chose University of Ibadan. And that's where I realized that what ambassador used to say about accurate knowledge, accurate information, accurate currency is very, very important. I did my first jam 2004. I got 256, and I had a considerable O level results then. And I'm at Badagry, and I chose University of Ibadan as my school, and we got the information that then the internet is not that popular there, so we just have to come to the school. So we went to the school, we did the registration, the pre-registration, and the likes. So I'm at Badagry, and expecting results, expecting admission, but because there's no information, you know, I didn't get the information. I had to just lost that admission, that period. Then before you know it, 2003, I finished secondary school. 2004, I'm still at home. 2005, and since then, since I'm at home, I wouldn't want to be at home. I had to join dad, in his business then. And another factor is, since we are large in the family, you know, um, you'll be encouraged, okay, you have to wait for your elderly ones a bit to finish before you can go further. And as I try because I feel like I want to go to University of Ibadan because I like the way the school is being hyped by our teachers there in the secondary school, talking about UI, Great Ife, and the likes, like so all those universities. And because I feel like I'm in Badagry, I just want to move. I want to move. I want to go to other states. I want to explore. Especially, I want to go to Ibadan. I want to go see how the school is. But I believe that I can actually conquer UI, like we used to say then. So going forward, from 2003, then since UI is not giving me admission, I tried other school. I tried Ife also. I tried Uniloring. I tried some polytechnics, and it's not working. I really want to go to school. I believe that I have the capacity, I have the zeal, to get education, and because of what I can see from my dad, even dad is ready to support. You understand? Because even he used to say that even as he didn't get the education, you understand, he wants to give every child of his that education because he feels like there are some opportunities that he could have gotten if he were educated. And he also, for the fact that he has some educators, some learned people, as friends, that's influencing, that, oh, education is good, he has to give this to his own children also because he can see what education is doing in the lives of his friends' children and the likes. So, and he can actually see that what he could able to achieve and attain hasn't been he had the education. So that's what that is it. That's his own that's what is giving him that's pursuits, that's motive that okay, my children also got to be educated. So with that, 6 years passed, from 2003, 2005, 2008, I'm still at home, and it was so devastating. A very challenging thing about this experience is that for the period of 2003 to 2009 that I was at home, that period, some of my friends that I believe that I'm even more, that I used to teach their work then at school, most of them have gotten to the university, some of them have graduated, some of them are serving, for that 6 years. In fact, in that span of period, some of my friends then that they were opportune to be in university, they will come home with their assignments, with their university assignment. They'll bring it to me. Then, especially some mathematics stuff. Talking about some econometrics, some macroeconomic work. That has to do some uh, differentiation, the y dx stuff. You understand? They will bring it to work it together. I believe that I still have this inside of me, and in that period of time, some of my friends have decided not to go to school anymore, although some of them ventured into learning some skills that, of course, later paid off. I just want to have this education. You understand? I believe that I can do it. You understand? But for that 6 years, it was really challenging for me being at home, seeing my friends. That was the period that Facebook was even getting popular. I would see my friends on Facebook then posting about their school, like their university lives. Some will even be posting about their graduation, some saving already. And I'm at home for 6 years. Man, I almost thought of even committing suicide then. Like, this is so devastating. People that feel like, oh, this guy is smart. They used to see me as someone that they need to emulate. You understand? I'm just at home 6 years, doing, although I was able to engage myself in that system, I was able to engage myself in my daddy's business to get myself busy, but I later realized that I need to put my focus, because then I realized that when you, as a tender age, when you focus, much on money, it won't allow you to pursue some dreams to get skillful, so I had to stop and focus more. So I was going around, I was going at any admission that I see that I put in, I follow it up to the detail because I realized that I'm just on my own, although my older siblings, everybody, because since the family that we are is a large family, and we are all being taught to be self-reliant. We are being taught never to depend on anyone. You have all the will and all the power to be what you want to be. Understand? So a family is large enough, and dad will always tell us, if you have been educated, there's nothing that is stopping you, from achieving what you want to achieve. So that's mindset has been something that's been pushing everyone. When you got to education, the next thing you do is you use what you have gotten, to scale up and for yourself. And fast forward 2009, that was when I got a breakthrough to finally got admitted to the University of Ibadan. With that zeal of me being at home for 6 years, with that tenacity, I was uh, so anti-social, no friends, just me and my studies. I was at school. My routine was just so simple: from home to the lecture room, from lecture room back to the library, from there back home. I was so focused in my academics that, since I'm from a very large family, the money to sustain wouldn't be that much. So I had to learn how to work on the computer, how to work on the Microsoft Words and the likes. So I used that as an opportunity to do assignments with my friends, to get some side gig to be doing, to get some stipend, and my what I was doing in school then was I was studying bachelor's in education geography. So in my second year, when I went for my teaching practice, I got some links on how to teach some children on lessons, to be getting stipend, to get more for myself. And in those time, Yahoo Yahoo was so hot. They have some friends that are doing G, that they used to call me that, let's as you come join them. So we should just, I tell me I can't do that, you understand? Because I it's not part of what we have been trained, you understand? Because I used to think, what if we're calls, what if days, and I wouldn't want to bring shame to my family, to my mom, especially because she's someone that she's always. I used to just, I really feel for her because she's a very cool woman. You understand? She's a very cool woman, and that she doesn't want any trouble. She's someone that's I've never even seen the kind of woman like that yet. So I whatever I do, I'm always cautious. I won't want anything that will affect my family name, affects my mom. The only thing I could do is, okay, do assignments for people, get some stipend from them, do some lessons, face my studies. It's very challenging that period, coming from a home that is large, managing the resources. But I did my best, getting to meet the right people. That's why it's very important when you meet like minds. How I survived in school, university in those days, was to do assignments for my friends. Whenever there's a group work, I know some of my friends that won't do it. They'll make me the group leader. I would do the assignments. I would get some stipend from them. I'll get at that. And that really helped me through school. And I was able, with that, because I believe that getting the right education, will really help me in a long way, to actually be free from any of the stress, because I used to feel like, if my dad, as he's doing well and in his own business, he still wants us to have education, that means there's a purpose for it. So I pursue that with my determination, staying focused, burning the candles, and by 2015, uh, before my I finished 2015. So, well, something very another experience that I got in that 2015 was, I was to finish my last paper February 13, 2015, and I got a call. I got a call from home that dad passed away. February 10, 2015. It was a very challenging period for me after that passed on, because dad was that kind of person that I feel like is ready to support his children. Coming from a large family, and everybody is doing their own thing, and since you are not from a very wealthy home, you are just on your own, to survive. Dad was the only person then that we need to go run to for advice, for suggestion. Maybe he has anyone that he knows to support and all that. So after his demise, 2015, I finished that. 2015 was when I finished my university education, and I was fortunate I finished a good grades, 5.4 CGPA University of Ibadan. Then was like almost to a first class. I got a very strong 2-1. And after my school, then after schooling, I came back home, and I couldn't just stand be looking. Dad is gone. You are just on your own, and you have to survive. And then, although my mom was still in service, but I wouldn't want to put in pressure on my mom. And I came around August 2015 back home, and I started looking out for opportunity. What can I do, at least to sustain myself, you know? And I got my first job as a primary school teacher then, and I was told they're gonna start with 15,000 naira. I said no problem, because during our graduation, then during the our graduation university, then we're being told by one of our lecturers, that as we are going out, we should take cognizance of work experience instead of salary experience. That irrespective of the salary that is being going to be mentioned to us out there, we shouldn't mind the salary. That we should mind the work experience, and that's gingered me to go further. And I took up the job then. As a primary school teacher, 15K. I put in my best. I became one of the best teachers in that school then, and 2016, I was doing that around August 2016. And by 2017, I met one of my friends at church. He was working as a logistics officer at Agbara then. It's called the Euro Mega Logistics. They deal with moving of goods, the outbound and inbound officers, moving of goods to depot. So he called me that I can join them in their company, to work as an outbound officer in the logistics. So I went there, did the test, and I was able to overcome them. And I started working there in 2017 as an outbound officer, working with SAP 3, and for logistics and the likes. And so during that period, the salary of student was like around 33K or so. So I was doing that, and I know that 33K wasn't even sufficient. So for that 2017, by 2018, there was an opportunity. The National Social Intervention Program by Buhari regime then, that's Empower. So I was able to I registered, I applied for the Empower then, and I was qualified to work as a volunteer teacher, so I had to then we're being paid 30K stipend then as volunteer teachers, then the Empower program, and those are aware of it. So I was in the batch B of the Empower. So I had to be working 2 jobs that period to just make things up for myself. You understand? Do not forget, there was no one, no dad, and I couldn't be pressuring mom. So I had to work 2 jobs. I had to work as an outbound officer, and because the job is in shifting, I have to work in a school also, as a volunteer teacher. Imagine that. That gave me an opportunity to work with a friend, that we're working shift at Agbad, and I'll tell him, okay, kindly work for me in the morning, when I'm back from school, I'll do the afternoon. So I used to work around the clock then, just to make things up for myself. So that is just a 2-year program, the Empower program was just 2 year. So by 2020, around ending of 2019, there was an opening by the Lagos State Teaching Service Commission, that teachers were needed. So I applied for that by 2020, by 2019, and 2019, 2020, the screening and everything, I scaled up throughout the screening, and I was able to get the job, as a professional, and that's a stable job, as a professional teacher with the Teaching Service Commission and Lagos. That's 2020, and that 2020 was when coronavirus came, and I was fortunate to have been. I guess my employment, everything sealed. I've resumed my work. I resumed my own PPA February 28th, 2020, and by March 3rd, March 3rd, 2020, I resumed work. And by March 20, the government said everybody I should go home because of coronavirus. But we have been sealed already. You understand? Our job has been sealed already. So while we are at home for that 6 months from March to September, you understand, we're being paid, although we have to work from home, you understand? And that's when Zoom came, online teaching and everything. So I was doing that, and it's being monitored, and the management and everybody monitoring and the likes. So after COVID, we're now back to school fully. That's when we get to meet ourselves, and principals need to, the management and everybody, all teachers getting familiar with each other. And since I've had some little knowledge of the technology and most training about the IT and the computer. I used to assist some teachers in their work. Our computer teacher then, we had just one computer teacher in the school then, and the work used to be so heavy on her. So I used to go there to learn how she does her own thing, and how I can assist. So by so doing, I was being spotlighted. The principal saw that, oh, this is a young guy that is ready to serve, to work, without grumbling and complaining. So I just want to put myself into doing something, not just by grumbling and complaining. I just want to continue to serve. And by 20, that was my first PPA was in Badagry, Badagry Grammar School, Badagry Senior Grammar School in Badagry then. And as time moved on, my principal, that's Mr. Ibitoye, was my principal. Then he's retired right now, and he's someone that is a real mentor. It's someone that I can't remove from my story. Mr. Ibitoye, is someone that he want to support any young one that is putting efforts. You understand? Supporting you with resources, supporting you with experiences. You understand? And it really helps in long way to make me grow. Talking about leadership, about management, and expose me to a lot of experiences that's really made me to have edge. And by 2021, he has to be transferred. He has to be transferred to another school, which is my current school right now, Lagos State's Modern Senior College can come. Why when he was transferred, okay, because he sees that I can work well with him. So I got to be transferred with him also, and we're there. And by 2021, we were at Model College can condemn doing the work. And by 2022, I was able to, with my effort and what I've been doing, I was able to be applauded, be recommended as best teacher in the school. And later on, there was an announcement in the locality, Badagry, that okay, they want to search. There's a screening for the best teacher. I enrolled. We went for a screening. We did the interview and everything we'll be doing. I was able to get the award as best teacher in Badagry. Then we now had to go to the district. So this is in the span of 2 years. In the span of 2 years, I was at the district level at Agboju. Agboju is our own district, District 5. Then we did the training and we did the session, the screening. I became the best teacher at the district level, and it was a kind of something that's not been done before. Someone that just came to the system 2 years, just flowing anybody. But this came with its own challenge also, because some people were thinking that it was the principal that was pushing him and everything, but it's not because of that. It's because of the inputs, and everything that has been done. And that has been opening me to many, many, many opportunities, putting me in the spotlight. And by 2023, by 2003, there was an opportunity. There's this program that was being launched by Initiative for Educational Development and Literacy in partnership with E and EIN Educational Services. They call it Teach and Win reality TV show. This Teach and Win, I just saw this flyer online. They said, oh, we want to celebrate teachers, because teachers are important in our society. Teachers are the one that make it the impact instead of all the reality shows that are showing the immoralities and the likes. This organization, Ifedel, they sent the flyer all over that okay, they want to celebrate teachers. Teachers should upload what they have been doing in class, and from this all over Nigeria. I saw the flyer. I also, because I love the internet, I love walking around the internet because that's instinct. University of Ibadan, then they really did a lot of work in us in those days, because if you are not computer literate, you can't even graduate in my own doing my own period then. So that makes most of us to really went into learning the internet. So I will love exploring the internet and working on the internet. So during the 2023, when the flyer was out about Teach and Win reality TV show, and we're supposed to upload what we've been able to do in school, our videos, our achievement, and everything. So amongst 950 now 50 applications about this, I was fortunate, that was being screened. I was fortunate to be the first 20, the first 20 that was able to be selected to go into the reality TV show. That was done in Lagos, Maryland. And that is when I got to meet the ambassador. Ambassador also was part of the convener of this program. They want to support. They want to celebrate teachers. They want to showcase to the world that okay, this is a reality TV show for teachers also. And meeting the ambassador was very, 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 very life changing, because while we are at the house then, 2024, when the program was done, 2024, while we were there in the house, and the program was done around April to May, a month program. While we were there in the house, the ambassador and other dignitaries would come check us out, check how we're doing. And since ambassador is part of the convener, and even what makes the program very interesting, that it was even free. Application was free, everything was free. Our boarding, our lodging, the feeding, and everything was so free. We're taken care of. I was like, what kind of people are these ones? They were treating teachers, they were treating teachers with love, with respect, with honor. And that's when I met the ambassador, and his crew. Then one of them also, of the convener, was Professor Adibari. We were together. He would come, encourage us. We were trained. We received training. We had to teach. It was live on Instagram and the likes. And although there were challenges of sponsors, which it's really weighed on the conveners, but they really did their own best to support us. And that's when I was able. We were all, informed by the ambassador about the global clusters. And when we heard about it, it was really, really fun. And after the program, the ambassador told us, okay, July 6th, 2024 is going to be launched. It will want every one of us to be available and the likes. And when ambassador was talking about the global clusters and his story, I could see myself in that story. That wow, that means I wasn't only the one, that went through this. So if someone also could pass through this situation and could survive, definitely I can survive. You understand? I can also, the good in every one of us can also spring up one day, even if we are not seeing now, even if nobody see the good you are doing, because you might be doing good and you feel like nobody is seeing you, that and you want to just feel relentless, want to move in with the bandwagon. You, from people's story, you could realize that you also you can get there when you meet the right people. So from the summary of what I will say about my own story that as it being I was able to get the right people, to guide me, to give me the right information. I would have scaled up earlier, in life. Waiting for 6 years without getting the right information, for getting the right information to get education, is part of one of those challenges. And even with that, I was able to continue, pushing that I can actually continue doing this. I won't relent. I will definitely have this education, and getting the education, I was able to push and coming out as one of the best. And I was growing, continue to push, looking out for opportunities, and they are willing to scale up. And it's a very privilege to have met the ambassador with all the opportunities he has opened on ground. The platform of the global clusters has given everyone, irrespective of who you are, because living in the slum, living in the ghetto, make me to realize that there are so many there are so many classes, there are so many status, there are some people they don't want to relate with you because you are not up to their own class, they are not up to their level, so they don't want to, even if they have information, they do it in their own clique, like a cult or frat, but here, the ambassador has opened the floor for everyone to relate, to mingle, and to always scale up, and that has been something I'm grateful for, and I believe there's an opportunity for everyone to take opportunity and scale up with. Thank you so very much, the ambassador. I don't want to take much of our time because I know there'll still be some submission. Thank you, sir.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's a great story. I can see that you actually passed through a lot of temptation in life. It's that aspect of the Yahoo actually resonated because I faced same thing, understand. So looking at your mates already doing big, big things, and you look at yourself, look at Eva, you don't know what you're doing, but people don't know that to get to the top, you don't jump, you climb. You understand? You don't jump, you climb. And when you climb, you will be you will when you climb, when you get to the society stage, you can rest and still keep climbing. But when you jump, you don't stay in the air there. You come down again. Lala to Rorioke, Ile Lumbo. See, that is the thing. There is no two ways about it. But your story, I believe a lot of youth should resonate with this. And despite the fact that, your dad, you know, um, the demise of your dad, you kept keeping on. You know that he's a very good father that will always, take care of his children. And, you now have your mom alone looking at, wow, it's a whole lot, you know. Great shout out to all single mothers out there that because a lot of single mothers go through a lot to actually raise their kids, and look at the way you come out cultured. You are someone that nobody can say whether you have faced. You don't actually look like what you have been through. You understand? So, and it's a message to every young person. Just like my other PA last week, she was not actually looking like what she has gone through, and she's full of enthusiasm. She's full of encouragement. You understand? She's full of life. As a matter of fact, when she left Nigeria, already I was missing her seriously. So that is what we're trying to say. You have to perform. As a matter of fact, you have started performing surgery for yourself, even before the invention of the mind surgery. You understand? You've
Yeah.
been talking to yourself not to engage in, there are so many options. You understand? I know there is another person out there that is of your age mate and all of that, that they actually have gone awire. Some of them have actually done lose their life. Some of them have engaged in rituals, activities, and they've engaged in a lot of things that did not allow them to live long. But you have chosen a path of dignity. You have chosen a path of learning. You've chosen a path of, information and knowledge personified and all of that. And we can see that the sky is your foundation, And today, I'm really, really proud of you because what you have metamorphosed into, through the global clusters, a lot of certificates that you have gotten, a lot of your exposure, the kind of people you now know, you understand, the kind of people that now respect you, globally and all of that. So it's a good one. Thank you for
Thank you, sir.
sharing. It's a whole lot that you've shared today, and we are not taking it lightly. I believe even the children yet unborn, they will listen to this story and they will pick one or two things from your story and ensure that it will guide them, so that they will not make any mistakes. So having said that, I want Dr. T to actually give our submission on today's my surgery concerning the surgeon of the day.
Good morning, everybody.
Excellent morning to you.
Clusterian Oluwaseyi
Nah,
Olasunkanmi Odushagun, I applaud you.
thank you.
I applaud you. Well done. Well done. And if nobody tells you,
On you, Mr. T.
mo pe tán, mo láti pe tán, sir. If nobody tells you, please tell yourself, I have come a long way.
Yes.
I'm not where I want to be. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm no longer where I used to be. I'm on my way to greater things, and it's okay. It's not over until you have won, until you have succeeded. And guess what? Good things take time. Right now, you are cooking. And when you are done, we'll be making an appointment with your secretary. I believe in you. You are awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. I always tell you I like to listen to you because when we talk, it's me that'll be doing all the talking. So when you actually talk, I love to listen to you. You are such a wonderful person. You are so full of information. You're so smart. Like I want to borrow some of your smartness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know book and I don't know maths. I don't know numbers. You are the kind of person that I want to sit next to when we have exams. I'll be looking, whatever you write, let me to quickly write. I know I'll pass. Do you understand? I applaud you. I'm telling you, I am so proud of you. And thank you for sharing your story. It takes a lot to come here. And I don't think people even understand what it takes to bear your soul like you just did. Yeah. You didn't have to. You chose to. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. And well done. Well done. Greater things are ahead of you. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Amazing. That is a submission from Clustering Itilayo Aloba, the 001 Global Social Digital Media Network of the Global Clusters. Thanks for all you do to contribute positively to humanity. Thank you for that. He said, you are not where you used to be. You are on your way to greatness. And a time is coming. Truly, I've said it times that number because we are the foundation of the global clusters. Your secretary of the secretary, people will like be feeling form, that is the truth. I want to say this to Clusterian P, my PA, that flesh and blood has not revealed that to you. There's something that I'm revealing to you. Yeah, I haven't said that. Let's have another submission from Ambassador Abosede Eko. What's your take on today, my surgeon of the day? Is Ambassador Abosede Eko there? Okay, I think she's having network glitch. Let's have Cluster and Alpha says Joshua. What's your take on today's mind revolution?
Go on, sir.
Excellent morning to you, sir.
Okay, it's Alpha said Joshua not there. Hello. Hello,
I'm here, sir.
Oh yeah, give your
Can you hear
submission,
me?
please. Yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. A beautiful morning to you, sir, our ambassador. Thank you for the good job you've been doing. And I greet everyone on the call today. Actually, this very young man that is here, I've known him for a while now, and I can relate a lot of things. I mean, concerning him. From his story so far, I see that his dad, parents, they really play a vital role in his life. Someone who is not really educated and had it in mind that no, my children must get to where must excel in life. Academic is very important. So he supported, did to make sure that they get fine. A solid education. So this is a call to every parent to give their children. We have some parents.
What is inside of it?
If talk about them, children, they, somehow because they know that did not tried for them. All right. So I can see that his dad really play a vital role, and I see someone who has resilience. Always striving. And can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So he's someone who has resilience, who is ever ready. I can say a few things about this man. I don't want to exaggerate things, and I'll just say it the way it is. Ever since I've known him to be a very hard worker, someone who is very hardworking. Sir, Ambassador, this young man, if we are talking about hardworking, he is very hardworking, very, very hardworking. And one of the things I appreciate most about him is that if you need any assistance, trust me, in seconds, I'm not talking about minutes or hours, in seconds, once you just beckon on him, trust me, you will get it sorted out. He's ever ready to render his assistance. He's ready to pay the sacrifice for you. And if I need anything, once it's concerned this man, I know that no, I don't have any issue. Just a call, it is done with. And honestly, seeing this man at the top, tomorrow he should become the president of this nation, I can never be surprised. I can never be surprised. Because I know he's who is very focused, who is purpose driven, who is always looking ahead. And I see him conquering a lot of things, overcoming, and I'm seeing him at the top because I know who he is.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and God bless you, my man.
Thank you.
And we'll see each other in places. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ro. Okay. I think the global president is having some network glitches. Please, let's have your submission, Ma. Yeah, Master Genie, please, you're on the call. Kindly give your submission, sir. Okay. Mommy Adirogba, ma. Kindly give your submission. Thank you, ma. Yes,
Yeah, I listened from the beginning, and I will find that I will deduce that this young man, an hero, the surgery had been made from heaven for him. You can say that the parents built love in him. It has become part of him. And when God Almighty came to his life with his parents, was able to had all those things together to make a better of him. Advice: the delay is hard to get mature, and you destiny is there for you. If you have to wait like Joseph, you just have to wait. So that, because next time there may be a reason why you need to be delayed. Okay, so you are not denying, but delayed came because he wants you to get mature. That's the only thing I want to add. If you feel bad about that 6 years, don't give thanks to God for that delay. You knew if you had been admitted, the opportunity you had to be leaders to your friends, to do the assignments for them, you wouldn't have been able to do it. The opportunity you had in understanding your parents, especially your father, you wouldn't have been able to have it. Although God guided your mind when your mother was absent. God guided your mind when you were to go to school. Because you mentioned when you wanted to go and commit suicide. I laugh. It is true. Committing suicide, let me give you an example of what happened. You are lucky to have good parents because they encourage you to stay focused throughout that time. In my school, on the day we were having our end of the session party, I didn't know something happened. You were there.
Yeah.
Something happened. I just heard about it now. A parent whose child used to come first for the past 3 years now had
I just
child
wanted
to
to
be
ask that
the
manager.
fifth.
The guy, they created there's a WhatsApp prompt for me to accept kata
Sorry, who
value
is
of
that?
customers.
And I move
Please,
on.
The
And I,
database of all their customers, they want to go to WhatsApp so that they can be
let's
chatting.
mute to Mr. Michael. Mute yourself, please.
Mr. Mike, can you mute yourself?
Ma, go on, ma. Ma, you are muted, ma.
all right. Am I communicating now?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
clear.
yes, go
Hello.
ahead, ma.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma.
So that one of the parents, as we were rejoicing, I think the parents started crying on that day. What happened? And I knew one of the parents that shouted at ambassador that our time was over. I mean, his time was over. So I later we had a conversation yesterday that he was crying. What? Why? Because our child that used to have first in exam, that used to get prizes, this year did not get prize. That she cried home. She ran. She couldn't get food. She was devastated. I said, what? If your child does not have, could not have prize this year, does not mean that your child did not do well. Go and check the cumulative. If the percentage she gets is low, extremely low, but you don't know those people that have points, maybe 0.1 point higher than your child. So life, not all the parents knows how to manage children. Not all the parents. So we thank God your parents were able to manage you for 6 good years. You wouldn't have been able to do it alone. We give kudos to your parents. So let it be an advantage for you to manage your own children. any disadvantage, if you are trying to do anything and there is a disadvantage, it is not a you, and it is not any God will want you to go forward to get better and to get the qualities that you need to manage everything in life. Look at how God summarizes your achievement for you. Immediately you graduated, you never lacked to work with anybody. You were able to have sense, strength, and good mind to work with good two companies and get good money. That's number one. You are able to work and know what work is. Okay? Because you have matured to know to work and know what to the extent that your principal was supporting you, not pushing you like you think other people who are saying, was supporting you, encouraging you to get to the focus of people, and you were acknowledged, you were upgraded, you were given that what it is belong to you. Do you miss any 6 years at all? You have not missed anything because you have been surgery have been done in your life. Surgery have been performed. Maturity have come to your life, and you are able to accomplish all this. You see, people are talking about you. I have not said anything about you that I see. This is not the forum. I'm sure other people that don't have any way to express their mind this morning also have something good for you. So, therefore, take that. That's the only area I want you to look into. Your delay, any delay you have, is not a denial. It's just to make you grow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Wow,
Thank you.
amazing, amazing. That is the voice of 001, pharmacokinetic clusters of the global clusters. Thanks for all you do to contribute positivity to humanity. She mentioned something, because she mentioned something. She said, when you are experiencing some sort of difficulty, it is not a you. Because we can tag everything to aye, one shemini, one do mini, one technical. No. See, you forgot that all of these pains is part of life. Difficulties is part of life. Ta ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èèyàn ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Kódà àwọn ẹranko gan ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn tó pẹ́ pé ẹranko you go through difficulties. So every living thing has to go through some sort of difficulty. If you are in life, only ìyà ò jẹ́ olóògbọ́n tani teacher. All of those difficulties, challenges, and all of that. Do you know that what I went through, in my life, at a point that I asked myself, because she could have no money. Do you understand? And that was a training ground that even metamorphosed into the global clusters today. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that, and I just want to support our point that don't say, you are going through stress now, or you are going through some difficult time now, that is one Ajay or Oshurunga that is doing you. No, it is part of life. Enjoy it. Don't wear it. Don't wear what you're going through. You don't need to wear it. It is the reason why we're doing the mind surgery. You don't need to wear what you are going through. You don't need to wear that on your face. That is the reason for the mind surgery. Having said that, I want to appreciate you, Ma, for that wonderful contribution. Let's have Mr. Michael. Mr. Michael, please, what's your take on today's mind surgery revolution? Mr. Michael, please unmute yourself, please. Is Mr. Michael there?
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning,
excellent
everyone.
morning to you, sir. Excellent morning to you, sir.
I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me clearly.
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
And I want to believe that the Mr. Michael they are referring to is my old Michael.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, like I said in my comment, it was an excellent journey. He showed remarkable bravery. It takes a few persons to go far in a journey like this. His story was very touching. I happened to meet Mr. Odushegun just last night. We spoke last night. He came to my estate last night, and he took me through the entire cluster. And I took interest in his discussion when he told me about the entire thing and how far he's gone with it. So I I felt interested, and I felt this morning that I must connect. Let me explore the mind surgery and you know get to understand what we discussed yesterday. So it's my first day here, and I'm really impressed by what I've heard from people about him and feedback from almost everybody that has spoken. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. We want to see more of you in all of our meetings, and it's a movement. It's an intellectual movement. We're saying instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, we should engage in the mind surgery revolution. Let us all come together like this, and let's submit our experience. Let us learn from one another, and that is the essence. From the submission, we learn from it. We learn from different people, and we take it back to jumpstart ourselves and to learn from it. Thank you for receiving him yesterday, and thank you for coming by. I hope more people in the estate will be part of this movement, and the estate will have its own spark up, in your estate, where you guys come together, submit your knowledge, information, and connection to involve. That is the essence of it. That everybody, there's some information you need that is in the hand of somebody. There's some knowledge you need that is in the hand of somebody. There's some connections you need that is in the hand of somebody. Just by talking and by sharing it, you understand, you will just get the right person to actually, give you what you actually need. Thank you very much for that great submission. Having said that, let's get the submission of um Cluster and Farex. What's your take on today's mind surgery revolution? Farex.
Yes, so good morning, sir. Morning,
Good
my
morning.
global president. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. And uh, I feel like using pigeon this morning, no. All right, thank you, sir. And I want to appreciate Mr. Oluwaseyi Odusagun. Thank you for all you do for humanity. Thank you for um, you have shared your story with us, and very very happy that um, you are sharing this with us, because the journey, at some point um, wasn't smooth, but it is not you're not looking it at all like what you went through, and you are here today. You have something good to tell us. Overcame. You came, you saw, and you conquered. I don't know if that's how they used to say it, but I know there's this expression: we came, we saw, we conquered, or something. Here you are, and you went through a lot. You had one challenge or the other, but your story, you are not where you used to be. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not where you used to be. You have something very tangible to give to us, and it simply means that at one point or the other, you may have one problem or you may have problems, but that's not the end of the road. And that's not your where you're going to end your life. It means that if you keep pushing, if you're seeing things differently, if you see things differently, you know that what you're facing, like people normally say, can you, hey, I'm facing this, I'm facing that, it's the devil, is this, is that. No, not every problem or every challenge that is it means it's the hand of the devil. No, it means that if you have a challenge, if you have something you're going through now, if you don't give up, if you keep pushing, if you keep pushing, and you have a positive mind, like we always have mind surgery, so it means that things will turn around for good. Things will definitely turn around for good, and things have turned around for your own good. And you are here telling us what you went through, how you overcame. Um, Times you cried, you had a time that you felt, what's happening to me? Is this how life will continue? But thank God, everything ended well. You were able to go to school, you bagged some degrees, and not only that, you have learned, even beyond your degrees, you have learned life lessons, like you have learned some lessons that has helped you to upskill, like practical lessons, not just having degrees only, but you have learned some things that has taught you some things, and you have been pushing, you have been motivated, and have been doing. In fact, um, this last trip we embarked on was a very good one, because we had another time together to open up stuff, learn from each other. We encouraged each other again, and your life is one can emulate. Honestly, one can say, no, this man, if you come around him, he will influence you. We didn't When we gathered, we weren't talking about things that will tarnish anyone's image. We weren't talking about things that will not elevate or that will not edify. We were talking about positive things, how we can move forward, how we can affect our community. Okay, what's that thing we've not really been doing well? Okay, how can we do it? How can we improve? How can we upgrade and all that and all that? And that's the kind of person you are. I'm saying all this because that's who you are, and God will continue to bless you and keep you. You will not turn from your good ways. He will continue to strengthen you, and nothing can stop you. We know that, because of the kind of spirit you have. You don't give up. You are very, very hardworking. Not just hardworking, you are very smart. Now the saying is, don't just work hard, but work smart, and all that. So thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your story, my brother. God bless you. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Cluster and Red, for that wonderful submission. Do we have anyone that have not given their submission and you're here? You can equally give your submission on YouTube, on Facebook, on any of our social media platform. This mind surgery section today will be shortened, and there will be a little clip that will explain everything that we have done. So watch out for it. Thanks to the mind surgeon of the day in the person of Cluster Oluwaseyi Odushagun. Thanks for sharing your story. If there's anyone in the studio that have not spoken, can you unmute yourself and add your voice to the mind surgery revolution today? What's your submission? What's your take? What do you think about the story we have had? What perspective strike you? Which one resonated? And all of that. So, and that is how we do it. So if there's no one, then I want to draw the curtain right now. Our time is fast spent. Remember, we have another meeting in the evening by 5 p.m. And I want to say nobody should miss that meeting, because We're going to be having some guests, and we're going to be sharing some great news with everybody. So, as a means of surviving, the global cluster is creating new initiatives, new opportunities, so that people can use those opportunities to involve. So, I want to ask, who are we? We are a consortium of professionals or aspiring professionals, technocrats or aspiring technocrats, entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, where we share accurate knowledge of our industry. Why? Because it gives us the right power, accurate information, because that is the bridge between where we are and where we ought to be. Accurate connection, because to whom we are connected to determines what we collect. We're not just a social media platform with the best and the finest monetization on earth. We are the first nation building social media platform on earth. Proudly Nigeria, proudly Africa. And it's a no-brainer. It's the in thing. This is the platform we believe that will the whole of Africa together. Thanks to what President Traore is doing in Burkina Faso, and we are equally trying to make sure that we bring everybody together so that we can take them from where they are to where they ought to be. So um, we have revolutionary meetings, and these meetings is to actually bring out the best in you to the world. So we want everyone to join us and let us do this together. So in the evening, we're going to be going on the survival strategies in the new normal. Immediately after this meeting, the link for the survival strategies in the new normal will be shared with people, and share with your friends and family. Share our YouTube link, subscribe to the YouTube, Facebook link, and all of that. And don't miss any of this meeting. Having said that, we believe this has been able to jumpstart you, and do have a wonderful week ahead. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.